Good morning. Welcome to Pinky Mouse Cakes, Cookies, and Candy. And I'm Mary. And I'm going to be making an Italian dish this morning. My alarm going off. I didn't make an event. I did post on there, and I know there's so many people who don't get my notifications. Good morning, Colleen. And thank you for jumping on. I'm giving, and thank you, Dale, for joining us. Good morning to y'all. I'm making an Italian dish this morning. I make so many Mexican dishes until I was trying to get away from that, and I found this recipe, so I thought it sounded good. So anyway, what I want to say first of all before I start cooking is I made a post yesterday. Our church, we have the young people has Bible quizzing all over the United States, and we only have one child that we don't have that many youth. And we have one child that's been doing the Bible quizzing ever since she was eligible to do the Bible quizzing, and she is excellent. She has memorized thousands of scriptures. She's very, very intelligent, knowledge of the Bible. Anyway, her and this little boy from Houston, from Lufkin Church, they teamed up, and they're a team, and they won a level high enough through the whole season that they go into nationals. And so we're doing the church is doing a little fundraiser for her, because it's expensive. I forgot where it's at. I forgot where it's at. But anyway, it's quite a ways from, and expenses, So anyway, so we're doing a little fundraiser. It's baked potatoes with smoked pulled pork. My pastor is smoking the pork, and it's going to be a delicious meal for $10. It's to-go orders only, no dine-in at all. And the reason I posted it is because of the locals around here that watches us. I know that y'all don't, 99% of y'all don't live close enough to participate, but sometimes people will tell me, I'll meet them in the store and they'll say, I didn't know you were doing this, I didn't know you was doing that, And so I thought I'm doing that for them, for the people that's living around here locally. It's $10, and I made a post yesterday. I made a post at the beginning. It doesn't show all of it until you touch it. Well, I've already touched it now. Now, if you touch the picture, it'll show what the church posted, and you'll get a little more information. So if you can't see the whole picture, just click on that. It's Sunday, July the 12th, baked potato fundraiser to help send our joint team to Senior Bible Quiz Nationals at the end of the month. Takeouts will be available from 12:30 to 2:30 Sunday. So like I said, I'm doing this for the locals. And each potato will come with sour cream, shredded cheese, barbecue sauce, chives, and pulled pork, smoked by Pastor Shaw. And so if you are local and would like to purchase a takeout, call the church's number. And the church's number is at the beginning of this post. Well, you know what? No, I did. I posted the telephone number, so the telephone number's on here. That's the reason I posted it. I'm not asking for anything. I'm just letting the people locally know about it. And so I get that out of the way. Okay. I said I'm making an Italian dish this morning. And this is Italian sausage. Let me turn this down. This is Italian sausage, and you're supposed to use spicy, and I didn't have spicy. I had this Italian sausage in my freezer, and so I'm going to add a little bit, just a little bit of crushed red pepper to kind of spice it up a little bit. I'm not putting much because it goes a long ways, but I'm going to cook this. and get them peppers stirred around and get it chopped up. This is 1 pound. This is 1 pound of Italian sausage. And the recipe calls for spicy, and that's why I added those red pepper flakes. And I'm gonna just cook it till it turns brown. Then I'm gonna remove it and set it aside. Good morning, Becky, Nancy, Pat, and I see Linda's on here. I'm feeling better. My blood pressure is better at the moment. I don't want to talk about my health, but I'm trying to get it taken care of. I have a heart monitor, and I have to wear this for 14 days. They think it's my heart that's making my blood pressure act like it does, because my heart rate continuously stays in the 40s, and they said that's too low. So anyway, I still got this balance issue. I do not know what's causing it. The doctors don't know what to do, but I'm just going to have to live with it. But it does hinder me, because it makes you feel, you just can't get around good. You know, it slows me down. Y'all know I'm a fast pace. I like to do things in a hurry. But I'm learning to slow down. So, and Shirley Thomas, good morning to you. And Elijah, good morning to you. I turn that down. I think this sausage is, I'm gonna cook it a little bit long. I'm gonna brown the sausage a little bit. Now I've got my boiler over here for my noodles. I'm gonna turn it back on. I got my water salted and hot, so it wouldn't take so long for it to come to a rapid boil. This is, you can use whatever pasta you want to, but I'm using the Italian pasta, and it's called, and I'm gonna have to spell it to you because I guarantee I'd say it wrong. It's Pappardelle. It's wheat. They're made out of wheat. And they're wide. See, they're wide. Anyway, that's what I'm using. You can use any kind of pasta. It says it's a macaroni product. So if you want to put macaroni in here, you can. But this is what I'm using. And so I'm not going to put it in the water until this sauce gets almost done, because once this gets done, it doesn't take about 8 minutes for this to cook. And I don't want it to get sticky, so I'm not going to cook it until the sauce gets nearly done. I will put the recipe to this on Facebook whenever I finish. Okay, let's get back over here. Okay. All right, I'm gonna, now, it said in the recipe that I found, it said to add a little bit of olive oil in here while I was cooking my sausage, and I did. I put about a tablespoon, but my sausage must have had enough oil in it. And so it's got a little oil in it, so I'm going to take a paper towel and get that out. After it cooks just a little bit longer. Good morning, Wendy, Pamela and Francis, Kathy, Margaret. Good to see y'all. I appreciate y'all jumping on. I'm going to turn this burner up a little bit and get this to kind of, I think it had enough oil in it without my olive oil. You know, olive oil goes a long ways. You don't have to use much. And good morning, Joyce Fisher. Thank you. And Grace, Shirley Thompson, Hector, good morning to you. Okay, I'm gonna turn this up a little bit. I'm gonna get a paper towel and get some of that oil out. So I'm basically removing the olive oil that I put in there. Wasn't much, but okay. That's how I'll take mine out. It wasn't a lot, but I didn't want it in there. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to take this, and I'm going, instead of putting it on a plate or something, I'm just going to put it in my bowl that I'm going to put the pasta in. So, I guess I could have, but I'd have had to drain it. I'm just going to put that in there. Oh goodness, I sure don't want that. I sure don't want that oil on my pan. Get that off. You know, if you spill that oil in that pan, it'll burn. Okay, now I'm going to add a little bit, not much. I should have left it in there. I wasn't thinking. I'm not putting much, just about a teaspoon of olive oil. And I thinly sliced, this is only a half an onion. If you like a lot of onion, put a lot. But you thinly slice it because you're not going to be cooking it long. So put all the onion in there. You're just going to get the onion kind of tender a little bit, but you don't want to fry them long. And I'm going to put, let's see, Italian seasoning, 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning in with my onions. Just gonna get these tender just a little bit. Looks like a piece of onion peel. I'm just gonna, not long, I'm just a minute or two. And my water is boiling, so I guess I'll go ahead and put my pasta in my water. You want it boiling, and it is boiling. So now I'm gonna put the timer on it. Them noodles, they're round and they stick together. So I'm just gonna time it. Okay. I didn't put a lot of olive oil in this. Okay. Okay. Just saute it for about 2 minutes, 2 or 3 minutes. Just however long it takes for them to get tender. Okay. And I am going to add another teaspoon. So put 2 teaspoons of oil because my onions are not, okay. Because I'm going to be adding bell pepper to this. I'm going to cook it a little bit longer. Now I'm trying to do 2 things at one time, y'all. You know I'm not good at that anymore. Used to be, but not anymore. I just want to make sure these noodles are separated. Okay, and it's already come to a boil, so again, so that's what I wanted. Now I'm going to add, I did not slice up 2 whole bell peppers. I sliced up like 3/4 of the bell pepper. I left about 1/4 on each. This is orange and yellow. You can use red and yellow or orange and yellow, however, but I'm using what I had. Yellow and orange. and you slice them thin. Slice these bell peppers thin. You don't want these bell peppers to cook completely, just kind of tender. All right. I'm going to read the instructions because I don't want to leave something out. Let's see. And then after that cooks a few minutes, I'm going to add a little bit of chili pepper in here. On my, I think it says a teaspoon. I'm gonna put about a half a teaspoon because I put those red pepper flakes in it. Stir them around. I just want them to kind of be tender, but not cook them about 5 minutes. Then I'm going to put a teaspoon, no, I'm going to put about probably 3 teaspoons of minced garlic in here. I'm about out, but you can use whole cloves and mince them if you want to. I'm just trying to use up what I had. I've been doing pretty good about using what I had because I have a tendency to overstock in groceries. I'm going to put a little bit of salt and pepper in here. Probably about a half a teaspoon of salt and half a teaspoon of pepper. I usually put almost the same. A lot of times, y'all have already figured this out, I'm sure. A lot of times I leave something out, put it in there wrong or whatever, but if you ever in doubt, I always post the recipe and I post it correctly. So go back and read the recipe if you want to make this. So far, I've done it all right. Today, I'm trying my best to. Because my problem is it's hard for me to talk and cook. So I'm just going to cook that a little bit longer. And I'm going to stir pick up my noodles a little bit. Okay. I did set my timer on the noodles. A little bit longer. Now let me see what else I'm doing here. The recipe actually called for some white wine, but I'm using chicken broth. A half a cup of chicken broth. After these bell peppers gets a little tender, I'm going to add a half a cup of chicken broth. These bell peppers, I don't really want them crunchy, but I don't want them overly done either. So, I think I've just about got them. So when you're making this, if you do, be your own judge about how long you want to cook it. But I have half a cup of chicken broth. That was low sodium chicken broth. Now, then I'm going to cook this for about 5 more minutes with the chicken broth in here. And that will help tenderize this, steam this, these bell peppers too. That's why you don't want to overcook them. Okay, now let me see. Okay. Now, I'm going to cook that for a few minutes, and then I'm gonna add some crushed tomatoes. Hi, Miss Parker. Did someone say you couldn't hear me? Because Dale, you said you could hear me. I don't know. Thank you, Willie, and Carol, and Ann. I've got a 28-ounce can of crushed tomatoes that I'm going to put in this. And if the measurements of the things that I put in here, if when I get it done, if I think it needs to add something, I'll add that to the recipe. Because I want it to taste, I don't know if I put enough Italian seasoning. I only put 1 teaspoon, and I'm not sure about that. So, I'm cooking this. Let's see. Now I'm going to go ahead and add, thank you, everyone, for letting me know you can hear me. I don't have a mic. I don't use a mic because I talk loud anyway, and now my noodles have been cooking 8 minutes. I'm gonna turn it off. And I'm gonna drain them and drain them good. Oh, that steam is, whew, right in my face. I guess I didn't stir them good in the bottom. There was a few, 2 or 3 stuck in the bottom, but it's okay. I'll leave them right there. Okay. I'm not going to leave them there long, because if you leave them there long, they'll dry out. We don't want this. I don't want that to happen. So now I'm going to put this can of crushed tomatoes in this. This is a big can, 28 ounce. I think that's splattered some on my face. Okay, just stir it around. And I'm gonna cook this for about, I think it says 5 minutes. I'm gonna cook this about 5 minutes. Because that tomatoes got it cooled it down. So I'm gonna get it to boiling again. I'm gonna turn the burner up. I want it to cook some of that juice out, but I want all the flavors in it. The reason I put the half a cup, I knew it wouldn't take a half a cup, but I did, but I want it to cook in flavor the sauce. So I'm gonna let that cook for about 5 minutes. That's not spaghetti noodles. It's actually an Amish noodle, but it's a macaroni is what it is. That's what the paper said. What did I do with the paper? I noticed I left 1 or 2 in there. I got this at Walmart. No, I got this at Kroger's. It's a Private Selection is the brand. Private Selection. And it says, the name of it is PAPPARDELLE. It's a macaroni product, but you can use any pasta you want. And it's got wheat simoleum in it. So this is a 16, yeah, this is a 16 ounce. And the brand is Private Selection. I got it at Kroger's. I hadn't looked to see if Walmart had it or not. No, the recipe didn't call for sugar, but I my mother always added a little bit of sugar to her tomato stuff. So if you want to, you can. Like I said, this is the first time I made this sauce. So I may add something else. When I do the recipe, if I add anything, I'm going to put on there optional, or either I didn't do it. So you'll know you can do it exactly the way I did it, or the way you want, way that I think it should have been a little bit different. I'm going to turn it down because it's going to, I'm going to have to constantly stir it. If I don't, it's going to be popping all over my stove. I'm just kind of letting it cook a few minutes. I'm not letting it cook long. So I wasn't watching the clock, so I'm not sure how long I've been cooking it. You could cook this till it evaporates, the little liquid evaporates more, but I don't think I'm going to. Not on my first try on this. I'm going to go ahead and add my meat that I took out of it. I knew that I would get the bowl dirty when I did this, but I'm just going to take a paper towel and wipe it out. Because I'm going to be putting my noodles back in this bowl. So, all right, I'll put my meat in it. I may taste this before I dish it up, because it might not have enough Italian seasoning in it. You don't want it completely dry. You want some liquid because you're putting this in noodles. Okay, I'm gonna get me a spoon and taste of that. See what that sauce taste is like. You know, I like spicy. I like flavor, I guess you'd say. I'm going to put some more Italian seasoning in it. It tastes a little bit too tomatoey to me. So I am putting some more. I'm going to put another teaspoon of Italian seasoning. It's good, but it really tastes like tomato. You know, that was a big can of tomato sauce. I'm even going to put a little bit more chili pepper in it. I don't like bland food, and I'll tell you what I done the last time I cooked here to the church. I made 2 salads and I did some pinto beans, and I cooked so many pinto beans until I didn't add enough seasoning to it, and they were bland. They were good, but they didn't stand out like that. The flavor didn't stand out like I would have liked for it to. Now I'm just gonna let that cook for about 5 more minutes, and I'm gonna go ahead and put my pasta in the bowl. Move that out of my way. This. I hope I cooked them 8 minutes. I didn't think I cooked them too long. That's one thing about pasta. You don't want to overcook it, because it will tear all to pieces. So I'm gonna try to. I didn't add no oil to my pasta. You can add a little bit of oil to your pasta, and it won't stick like that. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pour this up. I hope I can pour this up. put it in this bowl. Then I'll toss my spaghetti. Yep, it's pretty heavy. Turn that off. Okay, got the stove turned off. Now I'm just gonna kind of toss it with my pasta. You know, I put cheese on most of my dishes, and I hadn't planned on putting cheese on this, but I think I'm gonna put a little Parmesan cheese on top of it. Just kind of stir your noodles around. This is your homemade sauce. Okay, I think I pretty well got it moved around. Okay, I'm gonna get the refrigerator and get a little cheese out. I think I have some Parmesan cheese in here. I should. I got a crisper full of cheese. This is not the good. This is not the good Parmesan. It's just the grated. But I'm going to put some of it on there. And this is optional. I also got some parsley. I'll put some of this on here. Just for the picture. So, okay. Alrighty. This is my Italian dish. I'm gonna get me another spoon or a fork. I tell you what, I'm just gonna dish me up a little bowl here. I'm not gonna put much because it's kind of early for me to eat. And I gotta take a picture of that. So I didn't want to get too much out. But I'm fixing to give it a taste. Smells good. Now that last Italian season I put in there, when I do the recipe, I'm going to say add 2 teaspoons at the beginning. Because the longer that cooks in there in your sauce, the better it is. I didn't cook it that long. So, I want to taste of this pasta. I've never bought this pasta before. But I don't want to get a big bite because I don't want to get choked. So I'm going to try to just get a small bite. A little bit of that meat. Thank you, Jesus. I was looking for my water. It's good. I can taste the Italian seasoning, so you do need the extra Italian seasoning. It is kind of like spaghetti, but it has a little bit different taste than spaghetti. I don't know what it is, but it's not. I think it's because I added that extra Italian seasoning. But it is good. It is good. So I will be posting this. I'll take a picture of the large bowl, and then post the recipe. It's a lot of ingredients and steps, but I'll post it all. And if I did something that is not on the recipe, I will put that on there that I didn't do it. Or there's some things I didn't put in there. Like I said, well, it said put a whole onion. I didn't. You might want to put a whole onion. But whatever you do, slice it real thin because you see it didn't cook it that long. To me, the longer you cook something, the more flavor it is. So if I do this again, I will cook it longer because, I mean, it's good, but I've just kind of rushed it up a little bit. Yeah, the bell peppers does make a little different taste. I personally would not put the green bell pepper in it because green bell pepper gives me indigestion. So I don't use green bell pepper, not very often at all. Thank you, Pat. Johnny Dale, good morning. I'm wanting to come to Nacogdoches so bad I can't understand it. There's been people text me and ask me next time I was coming through Nacogdoches that they wanted one of Mama's books is what they want. And so I'm going to try to get that to them. I just don't know when. I can't promise nothing. That's what I was telling Linda this morning. I said, we were talking about something that I was going to do because my granddaughter's coming. She has 3 children. She has 5 children, but 3 of them is on ones that's coming, except for the 4 foster children. That's 7 children that is coming to visit me the 14th. I really am looking forward to it, and she knows that I'm not able to do a lot of cooking because they're used to me, you know, waiting on them and everything. She knows she's can't, and I can't. I want to see them. I really do want to see them. I only see them one time a year, and that youngest one that she's got, you know, he don't even hardly know me. All her other kids, I went up there so many times until they know me, but that youngest one doesn't because I see him one time a year, and he's only 3 years old, so I guess I've seen him 3 times. So I want the kids to know who I am. So thank you, Nicole, Lena, Divine. Thank you. Okay, I guess I will let y'all go. And if any of you are local and want a baked potato, call the church number. And I put that church number in the little topic that I put on there. Thank you, Claudia, for the stars. That's so sweet of you. We appreciate when y'all, the little things like that, it does add up. You know, it may not be much at a time, but it adds up. And we appreciate that. We appreciate it when you share and follow and the little hearts. All of that, we notice it. We know that you're doing it, and we appreciate it. We love y'all very much. And thank y'all for your prayers for me. Oh goodness, I know y'all pray for me, and I appreciate it because I need it. I need it every day. And I've got some health issues, but you know, at my age, there's most people at my age does have some health issues. So I just count it a blessing that I'm able to get up a half a day is about all I'm good for. But that's okay. Thank you. Oh, Patty, thank you. And Wendy for the stars. Thank y'all. And I'll sit down and rest a few minutes before I start typing out this recipe. Thank you for all your hearts and everything. I'll let y'all go, and don't forget to count your blessings. And I don't know when I'll be back on, but I will be on anytime I feel like it. That Linda's really working hard. She's on a lot, and that cake she made was gorgeous. I mean, it was beautiful, and so she's really been working hard. But I told her this morning it makes me feel bad that I'm not able to do as much as she is, but I'm gonna do what I can. So I'll be on here when I can, and she'll be back too. So love y'all. Bye bye. Don't forget to count your blessings every day. Bye bye.